Hello everyone, welcome back. As I said, I don't remember. Anyway, welcome to Thanksgiving week. Today we are going, well, hopefully at this point I'm going to try and do 2 recordings. Okay, we're going to be doing both. Anyway, Long Day in Castle is going to be, Sandcastle is going to be together. Library and sleepover is going to be that, and then this is gonna be last. So first we're gonna go to the library. Every year the Sunset Bird Memorial Library held a summer reading program. Even look at my mouse out of the way. I hope it works. Your mother and Lizzie were big fans of it. Mom and mommy because it encouraged reading, and Lizzie because she would win prizes. When it comes to what you thought of having to read a bunch of books and then go into the library with a competitive Lizzie, I'm gonna say I love it because my mom told me and my siblings to go to the library one summer, and I just fell in love with Amanda Quick books. Now mind you, I probably was not old enough to read those books, but I read it and did not stutter and did not tumble over my words mentally because I didn't say it out loud. Each time has been one of the highlights of your summer. Getting to hang out with Lizzie and Shiloh and learn new stuff was a lot of fun, even if Lizzie was super intense about it. You and Lizzie went with Shiloh before, and this year you brought Cole too. His dad had been so over the moon about Cole being included that he driven all 4 of you. You had never been in Cole's dad's car before. It seemed a lot shinier than your mom's. After herding the group inside, Mr. Holden gave you all a wide wave with the arm that has a stingray on it. Have fun, kids. Stay inside of the librarians, you hear? I wish I could watch you in action, but your poor old dad has to finish up some work.
I got it.
Though I'm sure that won't get in the way. Heck, I'll probably hold you kids back. There's pointedly no reply from his son over what was likely meant as English as only a joke. Cole's dad seemed to deflate a bit. Yeah. I'll swing around again when this shindig ends. Yeah, you can go home now. You don't have to show me out the door. Your sister, already in full competitive mode, cut him off for once. Cut him off. For once, Cole looked grateful she was there. We have to go find a table, Mr. Holden. You can talk to Cole after. See, I need to slow down with my English. You can talk to Cole after, when we win. Okay, see you in about an hour. Have fun. Did I say that already? My advanced age is already catching up to me now. Bye, Dad. My son. Wish we could have done that, but at that point, you can't trust everybody with kids. Or you can't trust your kids with the librarian because they can sneak out anytime they want. But no, this is actually pretty nice. I like the librarians can do that. It just sucks that you can just see that if they don't catch up with the world, they can be left behind pretty fast. The 4 of you watch him shuffle out of the library, glancing over his shoulder at Cole more than once. Mr. Holden, thank you for bringing us. Thanks, Lizzie. I don't know what you're thanking me for. Are you copying Shiloh? Distracted, Cole was already glancing around the gigantic library. I want to go explore. What? I said I want to go look around and see what's in here. But the quiz starts soon. That's why we came. Wide at the first sight of conflict, Charlotte's eyes darted between Lizzie and Cole. Then you can do it without me, right? You don't need a bunch of people. Didn't your dad say to stay with the librarians? You shouldn't go anywhere by yourself, because she's older than everybody. Cole leveled an unimpressed stare at the both of them. Then his eyes met yours.
Hey.
Why are you looking at her? Emma Teresa is with us. Emma Teresa can come if she wants to. Oh no. Oh no. Option. Cole's idea is more fun. I'll stick with Lizzie. I'd rather go exploring. The quiz sounds better. Go over to Cole. Stay next to Lizzie. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, we went with him last time, and actually even if I suck at this quiz, I want to try it. So I'm not gonna be silent and just go to one of them. And I'm not gonna say it's better, but it just, yeah, it didn't sound like I'm betraying him. But it's still better than what he's trying to do, I guess. But then again, if we really are here just for the quiz, then yeah, I want to stick for the quiz. It sounds better for the quiz because you still need somebody to be around. Lizzie's entire face lit up in a bright grin. You didn't take many things seriously, but the quiz really was fun. At least to you. But Cole, meanwhile, was making a face you couldn't read.
Okay.
Aw, he's hurt. Without another word, he turned and walked away on his own. And once Cole was gone, Lizzie's mind was immediately stuck with the quiz again. Right. Let's win this one. Oh gosh. I'll do my best. Please tell me I don't have to really do it. It took only a few minutes for your team to be set up with pencils and papers that had multiple choice questions to fill out. There were 10 normal ones and 2 bonus ones. You were glad everyone got their own paper. If groups had to share one, Lizzie would for sure write whatever she thought was best. From past experience, you knew it wasn't worth it to try arguing with her against different answers ideas. You just have to pick what you think is best and leave Lizzie and Charlotte, who always agrees with her anyway, to choose their own things. First question. It wants to know what fruit was giant and shared a book title with a boy named James. Ain't that the giant peach? I didn't see, at this point I didn't see the movie. I just saw repeated mentions of this book. So I hope I'm right. I should know this one, but you guys pick whatever you want. The starting answer you marked on the quiz was peach. Giant peach. You gave Lizzie a tiny nod once you finished writing. Alright, what's question 2, Charlotte? Come on, let's keep going. This one asks, which member of the Bucket family is the protagonist who wins the trip to Willy Wonka's factory? Oh gosh, I don't know this boy's name. I forgot his name. Charlotte quietly repeated the big word to himself all in one go, maybe to make sure he got it right. Protagonist. That's the main character of the story. You're so smart, Lizzie. So who is it? Charlie! Emma Teresa. Right, Charlie. You look back at the paper and wrote, do not judge me for what I'm about to do, because even I don't know if it really is Charlie. Cool, but yeah. Yes, Charlie. Don't judge me. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. Without even giving her answer, she glanced over. Lizzie scanned the question guide and looked at the next one. Kissing Kate Barlow was famous for what? For one type of makeup. Oh gosh, no. It wants to know which one it is. Nail polish, lipstick, blush. Blush, but isn't that no makeup? It's a normal thing. For real. For real. I'm with him. Like, you can, if you can't blush, what's the point of looking like you can blush? We know when you can't blush. Sheesh. You can wear it on your face too. It's powdery red stuff, which I find stupid. I don't know this book. Who's gonna guess? You look at the options and pick. Ugh. You know what? Screw it. I'm getting my mouse out because I want to roll back what that question was. Okay. What's that question again? I guess it's lipstick. I won't be using my mouth that much, but I just needed to know because I don't know who that is, and found out that that person is an outlaw. So we're gonna put lipstick. Alright, that's a cool name she got. With that said, Oshilo took it upon himself to check the next question. I don't like this one. Who is the green man that terrorized Whoville? Grinch. It means he bullied them really badly and was terrible. He knows everything. Cause she's mean sometimes. Anyway, that was a little funny since Liddy said she didn't know anything just on the last question. Did he not hear that part? Shiloh could be kind of weird sometimes. Without even listening to her eager audience, Liddy turns to you and points at one of the options. It was the Grinch. Pick that one. You put your pencil to the paper and mark the Grinch because she's right. You marked down the Grinch as the bully who picked on Whoville. By the time you finished writing, your sister was already on to the next one. Which of these stories was not written by Hans Christian Andersen? Hans Christian Andersen books. One of these is The Little Mermaid. That's an ocean book. Cove is gonna be sorry he didn't do the quiz. Yeah, I bet he wishes he didn't go off by himself. Shut up. Since those two were focused on talking about Cove while he wasn't here, you decided to check your answer. You decided to check for yourself what was written. Okay, he wrote The Little Mermaid. And yes, I'm cheating. He wrote Thumbelina. So that means he did not write Cinderella. Cinderella was your choice. Okay, now what? It's question 6. We're so far. Whatever. Yeah, we're making good time. The other groups are probably still on question 3. For this one, we just gotta answer. What's the name of the darling family sister who flies with Peter Pan in the first book? Gosh, I don't know. I never read the book. We didn't have the book, actually. Joe sounds like Jojo. That's a good name. Your cat's name? Who would name their book character after your cat? Could that be the plot twist to Aristocat? Anyway, I think it's Wendy. Right, it's gotta be Wendy. I was only saying. You went with... Huh? You know, I gotta pull out my mouse again because I want to see that question one more time. What's the name of the darling family sister who flies with Peter Pan in the first book? Oh no, that's a 4-layer name. Wendy it is. Lily wasn't showing any signs of slowing down, and she went right into the next one. Cute. Oh, Cub, Tiny Bear, and Baby Bear. Cub, Tiny Bear, and Baby Bear. Which one was the... Oh. Which one was the one from Goldilocks and the Three Bears? So there's Mama Bear, Daddy Bear, Baby Bear. Lily confidently marked down a choice. This time she hadn't declared her thoughts out loud. Sheila moved to right as well, stopping only briefly to check over Lily's shoulder, just in case. You're certain he wanted their quizzes to be exactly the same. Friends always match. That's what he likes to believe. He decided that the best sounding answer was Baby Bear. Baby Bear made the most sense to you, and if I got that wrong, oh well. I don't read them that much either. I don't even remember the last time I read. I didn't know Mama Bear, Papa Bear, because we don't hear Baby Bear a lot, because it's not always one child in some families. Hey, the next one is only a question. They're all questions, Shiloh. I mean, it says, I'm late for a very important date. Who am I? The answer, we're all animals with colors. Ah, I remember it. It's the Alice story with the white rabbit. Really? What? I just thought that was it, but we don't have to go with that one. It's okay. The animal who was always running late he was a white rabbit. Lily watched you finish writing and bit her lip at the next question. The Narnia series of books ended with one girl being hacked. Is this the real ending? I didn't get to the last book yet. Oh. I'm not looking at the list. I'm not looking. Write something down for both of us. You pulled the paper away from Lizzie's dramatic hand, covering her face, and okay, I know that didn't make sense, but oh well. And turned away. Next. Out of the girls who visited the books, visited in the books, the one left out of Narnia in the end was. And I am going to use my mouse again. I didn't get to read the book. They had the movie. So, yeah. Other girls who visit the books, the one left out of Narnia in the end was Susan. I didn't know that actually. I didn't know their names. Poor Susan. But you checked her full name and glanced up at Lizzie again. Are you done? Here, I'll read the next one. Sheila lit up with delight at the word, then cleared his throat. Declared. The middle initial B in Child Detective Junie B. Jones' name stands for what? Again, don't blame me. I don't know this. What is Junie B. Jones' full name? Okay, it's Beatrice. Junie Beatrice Jones. The other two put something down as well. The next one is a bonus question. We're almost done.
Oh yeah!
We can make up anything we missed on this one or the next one. It's not really a book question though. The sun being blocked out by the moon was a phenomenon called an eclipse. They put some astronomy books on the bonus reading list. I haven't gotten to them either. But I think it's a solar eclipse. Yep. It blocked out the sun, right? Yep. Solar eclipse. The sun being blocked out by the moon was a phenomenon called a solar eclipse, you decided. Your teammates had kept on trucking forward to reading the final bonus question.
What?
This one is even less. This one is even less on our reading list. How? Fill in the remaining letter to complete the title of the book that's a classic of English children's literature. The secret something. Game, question, garden. I have no idea. Why are all these last questions so bad? Shilos glanced down at his lap and started twiddling his thumb. You think he wanted to apologize again, but the words were left unsaid. From the list of G words, you went with the secret of G. We're gonna go with garden. Hopefully that's it. 'Cause I don't know. The secret of garden had a nice ring to it. I'm finished! With all the questions answered, Lizzie beamed. Okay, we need to go hand these in. I can do it. Here. He snatched up his, Lizzie's, and even your own paper. I hurried up to hand it over to the judge. Lizzie decided to get up from the table too.
Not as much fun without you.
Eesh, thanks. Thanks for doing this again. It's not as much fun without you. We have to do it every year. Aw, Lizzie. Lizzie grinned, and just in time to prevent you from saying anything else, Shiloh skipped back over. All done. It'll be a couple of minutes, sorry, but I asked them to come to us first. That's smart. Cole's dad could be here soon.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to be late. Ah! As soon as he was a ghost, as though he was a ghost, Cole suddenly appeared standing behind Lizzie. Hi, Cole. I guess your dad isn't like the rabbit. When did you get here? He shrugged. A while ago. That one question about the classic book was the secret garden. Oh. Lizzie huffed, her eyes rolled to the side. They must not have picked that answer, and the revelation seemed to end the conversation. The four of you sat at your table and waited. Now that you were close to the scores, Lizzie's mood had gone right back to being just as intense as before. She wanted to win something at least. You could tell that Cole was kind of thankful he hadn't stuck around to compete. Finally, the librarian came up to the table with a basket of prizes. Group 6. Congratulations, you did great, and one of you got perfect marks. That's a first place score, so you get a bunch of stuff. Here's a bag with all your goodies, including stickers and a free pizza voucher. Lizzie, goddamn girl. Girl, calm down. Lizzie snatched up the prizes and clutched them to her chest. Her smile was polite, but her eyes were all competitive fire. Thank you. We're going to win again next year. That's the spirit. I'll be looking forward to seeing you all then. Prizes delivered. The librarian wandered off to go let other groups know how they done. Right as Cove Dad spotted you from between two bookshelves. Hey kids, how you do? Cole went off to Wonderland, but we still won. You left, Cole? I wanted to look around. But your friend... It's okay. Lizzie's really smart. And Amatrice and Cove too. Wasn't this fun? Your sister looked down at her prize, then flashed her best, friendliest fake smile at Mr. Halton. It was. Girl. Those stickers were probably going to end up all over the house. Yep.
That's...
Even so, next time you should... Cole? Cole Dad glanced around, slightly frantic, but Cole, just like always, had snuck off without thinking to say anything. He's leaving, Cole trying to be the first one at the car. With a sudden burst of speed, Lizzie darted for the exit, still in Victor to be mode. Even for something like a race to ride in the front seat. There was nothing else for the three of you to do except head after them, pretending the librarians hadn't noticed all the commotion. Lizzie had claimed a window seat in the car. she was on a winning streak today. Cove has sighed as she posts. In English. Calm down. Sorry, I was fighting a yarn the whole time. It's actually pretty late. I got everything accomplished that I wanted to do, except an assignment. But that assignment turned out can be turned in a later time, and in my midterms I gotta worry about before December. So, right now, excuse me if you even sense about the yarn. I'm fighting it. Cove has sighed as she shot past him at the last second, and he had to sit in the middle. But he cheered up some as you hopped in the back seat next to him. Before silence settled down the car, Mr. Halden cleared his throat. Cove, you really should have stuck with the group. The quiz would have been fun. That was the plan when I dropped you off. And that's where your friends were. You didn't have to be by yourself. I want to, and I didn't leave the library. I'm glad for that much, but there's a lot of trouble you can get into on your own, even in a library. Just be careful next time. I worry about you, and I bet I'm not the only one who didn't want you to unexpectedly run off. Okay, son? Okay. Yeah, he knew he was talking about. That's my boy. Now, enough of goof from your old dad. Enough of the goof from your old dad. So, you guys won, huh? Congrats! That is a mighty fine job. It was a shoo-in. Then why did you care who did the quiz or not? Because it's tradition. We always do the quiz together. It gives us an edge. So yeah, thanks Amateurita. Happy to help. We're taking a prize next year too. No matter what it takes. Maybe we should get started now. We'll go over the whole library. You can read all that. Just watch us. I don't want to watch you read. You kids. No need to fight. It's good that you're setting your sights high though. It had been a fun day. You'd like to have spent more of it with Cove, but this event was special and you just couldn't pass it up. There would be other times you could hang out with him. You ain't lying. No talking, just straight to it.
Okay.
Okay. Just a fire mom. She scares me sometimes. Alright kids, we're done with dinner. Come to the table. What? Your stomach grumbled right on time. Your stomach grumbled right on time as if you had heard your mom's words. You halted your game. What? And looked over. First of all, unless that game got a pause button, mechanic, I'm not moving until I find it. I'll be scanning all over the place to make sure nobody touched the game. Nobody touched the controller, nobody touched the console, nobody touched anything until we get back. Everything better be just like it was or somebody was going to have a tantrum. I think I would just chill. But I'll still be mad because first of all, if I got so far and I was so dedicated up into the middle, I'm mad. Mom was almost done setting the table. She was walking around the mahogany wood in the process of putting down cool tree, whatever that was. I'm not gonna rewind for that word. Mommy was still in the kitchen, humming under her breath as she turned off the stove and put empty pots in the sink to wash. From beside you, Lizzie stirred, uncrossing her legs and standing up. She stretched her arms above her head. Finally, I'm ready to eat. Then she cast a sly glance in your direction. You recognize that look. Left on the table is a rotten egg. I haven't, but it was too late. Lizzie had already bolted towards the kitchen. That was mean. I'm not gonna yell because that's too much energy. You try to catch up with her. Okay, option. You tried to catch up with her. You stayed seated. You yelled out to her. You threw a You threw a cushion at her. Now you might mess around and hit somebody, like the food. So I'm gonna say I try to catch up with her. At least I'll scrape my knee in the process if that's the option in this game. You couldn't let her win without a fight. You planted a hand against the ground and stood up, then you ran after her. Though there wasn't really time to... Fine. I'll rewind. Okay. So there wasn't really time to close the gap. Yeah, figures. It was a short distance to the kitchen table. Lizzie managed to get there easily enough, slapping a hand over the wood. That don't hurt. Mom moved just before Lizzie could bump into her. With an exasperated gasp, she resumed her work. I went again. Options. You didn't win because you were racing by yourself. Ooh. Because you cheated. Okay, you won. You didn't bother trying to talk to her about that. I'm gonna say you've been racing by yourself. Oh, no, I told you we were both racing. I saw you run. You're just a slowpoke. It was no real race still. That sounds like something a rotten egg would say. Lizzie grinned, her hands on her hips, then looked over her shoulder. Cole, you can be the tiebreaker. Sure. Was that a real race that I totally won? Okay, I'm sorry, took the mouth out of her face. Shouldn't deserve that. You blinked. You hadn't noticed what he had been doing during this little event, which wasn't much. You spotted Cole still on the floor. His legs were crossed beneath him, the arm with the cash resting in his lap. He looked at the two of you with a slight frown. It felt sort of strange to see him still here so late. I didn't even know he was there, because I can't see him. Or them. Tonight, Cole had come to your house for a sleepover. Your mom's and his dad had planned it for a few days ago. Few weeks ago? I want to say a few weeks ago. I don't want to keep rewinding because I feel like I'm cheating. Options. You weren't surprised. You were the one who had asked your mom about it. You were excited when your mom told you their idea. There was so much to do. It had made you quite nervous. Nope, too late for nervousness. So I want to say I was the one that thought about it. Your mom thought about it, or just straight up be nervous. Again, I'm not trying to be Hinata in this whole freaking game. Like, as soon as I'm done with this game, I do not want to be anything close to Hinata, because for the sake of this game, I'm gonna give the mom the credit, because again, they gotta be the one to approve it. You gotta consider all the games you could play and other stuff you could do with Cole for days. And you even helped Mom search the storage room for a sleeping bag and extra bedding to prepare for his visit. Cole pursed his lips at Lizzie's question, but he didn't respond. Maybe he was planning on ignoring her. Not that Lizzie would make it easy. This wasn't the first time she had asked him to be a referee for one of her sudden races.
Come on.
Well, did I win or what? No. What? I don't think you won. How come? It's not my fault amateurs are slow. Cheating, and cheaters never win.
You
True that.
always pick her side.
Cole snuck a shy peek at you before answering her. I pick her and she picks me. Oh! That's so cute! Oh, that's cute! You're a couple of rotten eggs then. That's cute! That's enough. Nobody here is a loser or a rotten egg. You're each farm fresh. She sounded like she ate children before. I'm not saying she's a witch, but she just gave out that aura. Which is a sentence I never thought I'd say. Now, listen to Mom and come sit at the table for dinner. All three of you. Oh, Shiloh's not there? Okay. You and Lizzie obeyed, sitting across from each other at the edge of the table. Lizzie blew a raspberry at you. Yeah, I do it too. When Mom turned her back. I'll give it right back to her. Your parents brought the last of the food, then they took seats further down the table instead of sitting right next to you and Lizzie. Only Cole was left out. He had stood up from his spot on the floor, but he hadn't made a move towards the kitchen. Cole, you can sit too. Slowly he eyed the 4 seats that were left. Oh yeah. Okay, I want to visualize. Okay. Also, we're here and they're there? Bro, that sucks. Why would you have this many seats if you don't have that many family members? So, well, we're gonna have a big family. We're gonna be Lizzie, me, Shalos, Cole, then the dad just a sandwich between the moms and the kids. Boo. Boo. Anyway, let me just shut up about that. Slowly he eyed the 4 seats that were left. I read it already, but I don't care. Thanks to the new seating arrangement your parents chose, 1 free chair was beside you, another next to Lizzie, and the last 2 were on the other side of where your mothers were. Options, sit next to me. You can sit anywhere you want to. He stayed quiet. Again, no hinadas. I'm just gonna say this because 1 is already here. Cold gaze met your brown eye. Briefly, he grinned back. He walked over, pulled out the chair next to yours, and sat down. You were glad he wanted to sit with you. He just needed to know it was okay. Oh. Now that everyone was situated, Mommy began to pass out plates. Okay. We don't say prayers in this house. Okay, I'll do it for you. God is great, God is good. Let us thank Him for our food. Bow our head, must be fed. Give us, Lord, our daily bread. Amen. I already ate dinner just for preference anyway. Dickie and kids, I cooked a little bit of everything for dinner tonight. Be sure not to avoid all of the veggies. Yes, Mom. Each person at the table served themselves, except for 1. Cole hesitated again. He fidgeted with his hands clamped on the top of his knee. He didn't seem very comfortable doing stuff in someone else's house. 1 dish seemed to have his eyes at least. That's pineapple chicken. Wanna try some pineapple chicken? We call that golden chicken. Not really, sorry. By then your mom had noticed that Cole still had nothing on his plate as well. Do you not like any of the food, honey? Maybe he hadn't tried Hawaiian food before. He hadn't? Wow. Please don't talk with your mouth full, Lizzie. Lizzie swallowed the bit she was eating, then she spoke again. He should try it now. She tried to... Excuse me. She turned to Cole dramatically. Unless you want to shrink, that's what happens if you miss a meal. Elizabeth! That's not true, you know that. Aww. Cole squirmed under all the attention. He fidgeted with a fork between his fingers. I've had something, just not any of this. Oh shoot. I knew I should have asked your dad what your favorite foods were. It's alright, Lonnie. Maybe he'll find a new favorite today. You weren't so sure about that. Cole didn't look like he was going to be trying the food anytime soon. Option. You let your mom handle this. I think I think you would like the pineapple chicken. It's yummy. Give me your plate. Aww. You should try something new. Not gonna agree with Liddy. You should try something new because you just need a little push. Just a little. What am I gonna do with his plate? Does this feel like a Hinata move? It would feel like one. Don't get me wrong, I have not watched Boruto. Screw you. So I'm not sure. It shouldn't have been hard at all. I'm gonna try give me your plate. Cole was a little confused by your request, but he handed it to you anyway. You took the plate from him and piled only the best foods on it. He watched you work intently. His good hand shoved underneath his leg. When you were satisfied with the amount on his plate, you returned it. You should like some of these.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks.
Good job.
That was very kind of you, Emma Teresa. You sat up straighter at the praise. At first, Cole poked at the food. Clearly, he was apprehensive to eat something new, but he took a few exploratory bites.
Right?
It's good, huh? Isn't it? You don't have to keep asking. Literally. And not to be a foot in the mud, but my mom and had done that plenty of times and we got so annoyed. Like, why do you want to know if the food is good? We're eating it and we're shoving more food in our mouths. That's all you need. We don't need to keep confirming it. Because the whole point of eating is just the action, the expression. Do that. Like, don't keep asking. Because if you need to keep asking, I mean, you had doubt beforehand. So at that point, I would just say, yeah, some people need to work on their skills to just watch people. You can tell a lot by when somebody eats something and then they don't eat it no more, or you see them eating more of it. I don't ask my siblings, do they like my brownie, does it taste good, none of that. I just literally cook and it's just fine with them. Because first of all, I know when food is nasty to me, so I wouldn't feed it to nobody else. But so far, just what I've been making, pretty good. I mean, it's still basic, but I don't know. Maybe I want to improve cooking someday. Just probably when I'm out of my mom's house, which is, I don't know, soon, whenever. I am not ashamed that I still live in my mom's house and I'm 27 years old. There are times where I just couldn't get out anyway. So I'm gonna do my best to get out and do more. Because living as a shelter child, that's not good. It's literally a handicap. If we don't learn something, we're automatically stupid to the world, which really is not true, but it's just, you can't face the funk that when you don't go out and learn or do something fun or learn or do something else in a boring time, you tend to get left out. God, trust me, I had my dumb moments, but I didn't know they were dumb. He still speared more He still speared more meat with his fork and ate it, chewing thoroughly. Thoughtfully, not thoroughly. Not bad. Mommy grinned at his words, satisfied even though it wasn't exactly a glowing commendation. Lizzie wasn't mollified? You mean she wasn't satisfied with that? You're so weird. Don't be mean to your friend. We're not friends.
Oh.
True that. Mommy flirted in the face of Cole's blunt honesty. I mean, he is telling the truth. You weren't surprised by Cole's declaration. The more you got to know him, the more you realized he wasn't the type of kid to keep his opinions to himself. She wasn't easy to get along with all the time, though. Cole didn't make much of an effort either. True that. Options. You hope Cole thought of you as a friend. The two of you were friends, right? Yeah. You wonder how he felt about you. That still made you nervous about your own relationship with him. At least the two of you were definitely friends. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say right now, at least we're friends, because you can clearly see on Mommy's face, she's not used to hearing other children saying, well, let me back up. Let me get real. This is her first time noticing that an honest child is in the house. So honest that it is apparent that to her, she can't tell that not everybody is friendly with Lizzie. Like, Lizzie come up as bold, but she's not a bad person. she's just very flamboyant. But still, given that Cove is a new kid, it's still not that easy to make friends. He's just here because he made one friend. And if I'm gonna say, at least the two of you were definitely friends. That's the only reason why he's still there. Any other time, it's just like, who's the guy gonna depend to watch over Cove? You knew that without a doubt. The way he felt about Lizzie didn't change it. When you gave Cove a look, he returned a small smile, confirming your thoughts. Your mommy looked at Mom and only got a shrug.
No.
Elizabeth, don't call someone weird. There's no such thing as a weird person and a non-weird person. They're just different perspectives. That's true in some aspects, but I'm weird. So you ain't met nobody like me. It's not a nice thing to say to anyone, but Pam. Mommy tried to whisper exclusively to Mom. Her attempt to make it audible over the sounds of clanking silverware meant you caught the quiet words anyway. They're not friends, he said so. These. As parents, we can only try, and sometimes we fail. Not all kids would be thick as thieves. Now let's talking and more eating, kids. You need to clean up and start winding down for bedtime. Bed soon. Mom. No buts. We talked about this. Your bedtime will be moved back a few years. For now, you don't get to stay up late. Lizzie sulked, muttering under her breath about how it wasn't right. I'm not gonna. I see one of the options. Just laugh. Option. You laughed at Mom's phrasing. You groaned about it as well. You stayed quiet and finished your meal. Yeah, I'm gonna choose that option because one, we here to eat. Y'all in the food get cold. Worrying about Cove not being friend with one, but friend with the other. Like, get over it. Still a new kid, and that's good for every child who's still learning to accept another person in their life. Not like a family member, but it happens. It wasn't good. It was good, and you were pretty content to keep eating. That's the idea. Good job. Good job, Emma Teresa. Everyone else get to it. The rest of dinner passed by uneventfully. Cole was silent for most of it, even when you nudged him and tried to get him to talk. All too soon, the table was cleared. The games in the living room were put away. No. And you were all stirred to your bedroom. Man, imagine there was a friendly version of Mortal Kombat, but it has absolutely no theme of Mortal Kombat, but you can still knock somebody out, but there's no blood and all that stuff. Man, did I imagine a game they were playing like Mario Smash Bros? To be honest, I never got a chance to play Mario Smash Bros. Ever. But, I don't know. One day I will. If I remember it. All too soon. Okay, yeah, I read that already. Mom finished tucking you in and kissed your brow just as Mommy poked her head in the room. All ready for lights out, you two? You were lying comfortably in your bed, the blanket hiked up under your armpits. You kicked it off later if it got too hot. Mom had set up the sleeping bag on the floor for Cove, just beside your bed. He had already wiggled inside. Wiggle. You nodded for the both of you in response to Mommy's question. Perfect. I'll go say goodnight to Lizzie then. Mom tweaked her nose, chuckled when you squawked it. What? When you squawked in annoyance, and left. Mommy took her place, sitting on the edge of the bed. Itchy. My nose itchy. What the heck, man? You're just going to bed.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams, sweetie. She pressed a soft kiss on your forehead. You giggled as strands of her hair fell forward and tickled you. Mommy smiled. Bleh. Mommy smiled down affectionately at you, then moved her attention to Cole, who watched from his spot on the floor. Do you need anything before falling asleep, honey? What does your dad do? Oh, where's your glasses? Sometimes he picks me up and lifts me really high, and he shakes his head like he's gonna let go, but he catches me again. He keeps doing that until sometimes he does drop me on my bed, or other time he lowers me down and he pretends like I'm crashing. Cole had become pretty excited when talking about the nightly ritual he and his dad shared. He seemed to realize how animated he was and bashfully quiet. But I don't want to do that here. Makes it. Aw, how fun. Though I think you're right. That might not be a good idea to do that right tonight. The sleeping bag might not be a soft enough landing. If there's anything else, you can always ask me or Amateurisa's other mom. But I'm the nicer one. Just don't let her know that. She laughed good-naturedly and stood up.
Take care.
Sleep well, Cole. Night. Leaning against the door jamb, she rested a hand on the light switch and looked to you. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. With a last smile, Mommy turned off the lights and stepped out, closing the bedroom door behind her. You listened to her footsteps fade as she walked down the hallway. But even as the sound vanished, your eyes stayed open. It was so exciting to have Cole spending the night. Cole? Yeah. I'm glad we're friends. Oh, thanks. Me too. You started when Cole sighed deeply. Okay. You turn your head to look in his direction. In the dark, you can only see a faint outline of a lump under the covers. Cole? Let's see. Option. What's wrong? What was that? Could you be less loud? Oh my gosh. Could you be quieter, please? No. Stop that. No. What the heck? I'm gonna say, what's wrong? What's the point of asking what was that? I can't sleep. Why not? He shifted. Or at least you thought he did. You couldn't see anything since your eyes were still adjusting to the dark. But you heard his sleeping bag rustle. I want to be in my bed. That makes absolute sense, actually. Oh. Cole sat up. Your eyes had gotten used to the low light level, so you could see him better. He get out of the sleeping bag. My language. Sleeping bag, wobbling towards your side table, and pull open the top drawer. Huh? What is it? I'm getting my glasses. Wait a minute, why are your glasses up there? Anyway, you sat up too, watching as he reached inside. He paused for a second, then pulled his hand out. Instead of his glasses, though, he was holding a book. Cole turned it around in his hand, trying to figure out the proper orientation for it. You knew even without reading the title which one it was. That was one your mom would read to you. It was special. Option. Be careful, that's mine. No duh. I thought you were looking for your glasses. Ain't gonna be rude. What are you doing with that? These all sound bad. But I will say I thought you were looking for your glasses. I was, and I felt this. It looks cool. The compliments he offered your special book had you grinning. Your confusion forgotten. Is it really cool? Well, yeah. What's it about? It's a story about a square who wants to become a knight, and there's magic. Does it have mermaids? No, but option. I love the main character because the squirt's really brave and funny. It has cool pictures, some of them even take up the whole page. Mama reads it to me. She uses different voices for every character. There's a dragon in it and crazy things happen. I like the bottom better. The square tries to kill her because the king wants the dragon dead, so they have this fight. But this dang girl, are we telling the story and he didn't get to read it yet? Anyway, but the square finds out that the dragon's really nice. They decide they don't want to fight her after all, so the two of them become friends instead. Cove looked excited about your words. He flipped the book over and focused at the backside summary. He must be pretty interested in it. Boy, don't you need glasses? Oh man, why am I nose stuffing out? Ugh. Sorry about that. You were reminded of the hours you spent hearing the tales. No matter how many times you read it or had it read to you, you were still entertained by the story and pictured inside. Pictures. You glanced out the window. The moon was high in the sky. Okay, y'all gonna hear some more noise, and it's my heater because it actually is cold. One moment. I forgot I was a warm nature. For a second. That was my dog. Okay, I'm well equipped. I should be able to warm up soon. Sorry about that. It got a little chilly in my room. No, y'all can't see, but anytime I get to snizzle, I'm cold. Anytime I sneeze too many times, I'm cold. And my room is not dusty at all. Just I'm cold. You glance out the window. The moon was high in the sky. An option. It was definitely the time when you were supposed to be asleep. You couldn't keep staying up. You wanted to read the book with Cove. You're gonna read the book with Cove. You climbed out of bed and padded over to your side table. You opened it and rummaged around, rushing aside stuffed toys and crayons. Cole called out to you in a confused whisper. What are you doing? You'll see. You'll let out a quiet cry of victory. You let out a quiet cry of victory when you found what you were looking for. You jumped back into bed before any hidden boogeyman could catch you unaware. Cole continued to watch you as you wiggled your way beneath the blanket you discarded earlier. You pulled it up over your head. What? Come on, check it out. Read the book too. Oh my goodness. Come on. After a minute, the bed dipped as Cole got into it. Got on it. I'm gonna say got into it. Then the blanket shifted. You fiddled with the flashlight in your grip, feeling for the switch. Oh gosh, that's bright. With a click, the small face flooded with a bright light. Cole sputtered, putting a hand up to shield himself from the beam. Move it somewhere else. Sorry. Nice. You tilted the flashlight so it was shining down toward the floor of your blanket. Cole and all. Blanket caved in away from Cole's sensitive eyes. Is this better? Yeah. Now we can read, and my mom won't know. Option. I do this all the time. I've never tried something like this before. We're gonna say I do this all the time. Despite it may have been her first time. When mom or mommy check on me, I have to hide everything under the blanket. But I haven't been caught before. Do you want to try? Cole nodded, pleased by his straightforward response. You placed the book between you and flipped it open to the first page. Aww. Meanwhile, he lay down on his belly and shuffled closer, picking up the flashlight to shine it on the pages. His face was illuminated with a warm glow. You mirrored his position, leaning in so you could see the book better. Your forehead nearly brushed until you shift back a comfortable distance. Options. You wanted the story to be narrated. You thought it was best to take turns reading the book silently. You flipped through the pages to show Cole cool pictures. Nah, cause her mom's not here. You narrate, they're gonna hear it, so we need to be quiet. Here. You turned the book around so it was right side up for Cole. You can read a page, then I'll read it, and we can keep switching like that. He nodded with a bit of hesitance. Cole tugged the book closer towards him. Then he began to read. You saw his mouth form the words as he whispered them under his breath, inaudible to you. After some time, he was finished reading the first page. He took a few moments to admire the picture covering half the page, then slid the book back to you.
Okay.
Your turn. You continue this way until you were a quarter way into the tale. The next time it was Cole's turn, you yawned, resting your chin on top of your crossed arms. Idly, you studied Cole. His eyes were following the text, a soft smile lighting up his features. A lock of his hair fell into his field of vision, but he gave it no notice. He was lost in the story. That's just like me. Okay, I'm getting warmer. Whew. That was cold. You started when Cole caught. You mean you stared? You stared when Cole caught you watching him. He raised a questioning eyebrow. What? Nothing. Cole shot you a strange look, but he went back to the book. You did too, even as your eyelids started to droop. When your eyes opened again, your bedroom was a pitch black and silent. Your head was smashed in your pillow. Your pajamas were sticking to you, and your mouth was dry. Slowly you raised yourself onto your elbow. You yawned, the back of your throat twinging as you did so. You rolled onto your side to sit up in bed, planning on getting water from the kitchen when you saw a dark shape towering above you. Weird. You froze. Do you remember you weren't alone in your room tonight? Bro, that's crazy to forget. That's like me doing yoga for the first time and I literally forgot my surroundings and who was in the house. Cole, that you? Yeah. Oh, sorry, dude. You shifted and felt something cylindrical press against your thigh. You fumbled for it. The familiar weight of the flashlight pressed onto your palm. You turned it on. Cole blinked at you. Looking exhausted, he was in his normal clothes again. Shoes and everything. His pajama pants were left on the floor, abandoned. His sleeping bag was in a similar state. What the heck? Dude, you planning on leaving? What is it? Can't sleep. I keep waking up. Did you have a bad dream? He shook his head from side to side. No, just, I can't sleep. It's weird here. You frowned. You helped your mom redecorate it only a few months back. I like my room. It's not that it's bad. It's just I always slept in my bed, in my room. That makes things a little clearer. It wasn't anything that you done. Cole couldn't sleep in a new place. That's true, actually. They just went into it head first. I never met anybody else like that though. I had cousins, so I wouldn't know. You wonder how long it took for Cole's bedroom in his new house to not be weird to him. Probably a while. I'm gonna go. What? Dude! Do you do this every time? Seriously, calm down. That shook off the last of your doziness. He was going to walk outside back to his house. My bad. He was going to walk outside back to his own house? Excuse me. This time at night? All by himself? He seemed bold. He nodded. He noted your shocked expression and looked at you with resolve. Yeesh, you look pissed to me. My dad will let me in. I've gone outside late before and I have to go. That's still a weird option. Well, if you have to, you don't have to. I'll come with you. Can't keep doing that. I should tell my moms. I mean, yeah, but like, kid, you're trying to go. See, I don't know what to do in these situations. And then once I make the firm decision, I can't go back. I mean, I can rewind, but it's like, if I get too close to the end of this chapter, that's it. I can't play it back. So I'm gonna be careful a little bit. I have to tell my moms. No, I don't want you to. I'll just leave. My dad can call them in the morning. You knew that you could just let him go, but something inside you was saying that wouldn't be the right thing to do. It's too late for you to go outside on your own. It'll be bad. Cole grumbled quietly, though stayed put. Okay, you can tell them. I'll wait. Good. Hold on. Nah. Hold on. This is the only time I'm rewinding because I want to see the other option. Because like I said, it's going to be confirmed. I can't go back. No, not saying I can't go back here. I want to choose the options again. Okay. Let me see. As long as I'm doing this, don't judge me. Maybe. It may be the only time I do it. Because I want to see the other options now. Because like she goes to tell the moms, and that's cool and all. But I'm going to say you don't have to. It wouldn't even be a sleepover if Cole left in the middle of the night. It was called a sleepover for a reason. Cole looked frustrated, though you got the feeling it wasn't at you specifically. Yes, I do. You were at a stalemate. You were at a stalemate. Frowning, or whatever that's supposed to mean. A stalemate. Frowning to yourself, you studied his sleeping bag. Was there a way you could make him more comfortable? If Cole didn't like how weird your room was, maybe he would feel better if he had something more familiar nearby. Oh! You went to your bed and grabbed your blanket. Then you spread it over the floor beside Cole's sleeping bag. He watched as you did, blinking. You're sleeping on the floor? Yeah, next to you. Hoping that'll help you sleep easier. Is that okay? Yeah, You spied a small smile playing on his lip. Oh, God, I forgot. She got a bed, he doesn't. We can try it. But if it doesn't work, I want to go home still. I get it. You grabbed your pillow and a few plush toys for good measure. As Cole picked up his pajama bottom and folded them, then set them aside. He tossed the item in your hand onto the blanket. You tossed the item in your hand onto the blanket, completing your task. The two of you stood and looked down at your handiwork. Are you gonna change into your pajamas? No, I can sleep in this. True, I did it plenty of times. There was just thinking of sleepers growing up. They were just whatever you slept in, that was it. There wasn't anything else left to say. In unison, you both laid down side by side, Cole putting his glasses aside and got into his sleeping bag. Excuse my cracky voice, cause it's weird. Anyway, you made yourself as comfortable as you could, wrapped in the fuzzy blanket. The floor was hard and unforgiving. Sweetie, as long as you got carpet, it did not matter against your back. Not at all as comfy as your bed, but you didn't mind it much. You had fallen asleep on the floor before. True. What mattered was it helped. What mattered was if it helped. You swiveled your head to you swiveled your head to observe him. Is it better? He poked the top of his face out of the sleeping bag and bubbled bashfully. I don't know. I have to sleep first. I can't tell if I can now. You couldn't help but be disappointed by the answer. Promise to wake me up if you want to go. Cole looked confused by the request, but he nodded anyway. Sure, he smiled. At least he wouldn't disappear without you knowing. You settled in for bed on the ground, closing your eyes and waiting for sleep to come. You wanted to give Cole a chance to get comfortable. Surprisingly, he decided to keep talking. This was my first sleepover. This was my first sleepover. I guess, weird. You open your eyes to see him staring up at the ceiling. His seafoam hair spread out around his head like he'd just gotten shocked. Really? I've had sleepovers before. Sometimes I'll go to friends' houses. Shiloh slept over a few times too, and other stuff. Cole remained quiet. The silence stretched between you, but it didn't feel awkward right now. You didn't feel the need to break it immediately. How was it? Or is it? It's not bad. I like reading your book. You did? I kinda thought you weren't having fun. You didn't really say anything even when we were eating. I didn't know what to say. Typical. Now you were the one who didn't know what to say. You just laid there and so did Cole for what felt like a long time. Hey Cole. There was no answer. You leaned your elbow to see Cole's eyes close. His lashes fanned over the apples of his cheeks. His chest raised and lowered with every inhale and exhale. He was fast asleep. You smiled to yourself. Aww. Good night. You rest on your back and close your eyes. Soon enough, you were lulled to sleep by the gentle sound of Cole's breathing. Aww. The next morning, you were woken by the sound of Mom's voice and a soft shake of your shoulder. Emma Teresa, wake up! It's time to get up and eat them. Golly, time to get up and add them. The sun was peeking through your curtain, and you rubbed at your eyes as they adjust to the new light. Is everything okay down there? You blinked at Mom for a moment, confused, before remembering you had slept down on the floor next to Cole. He was just waking up, yawning loudly. His hand lightly hit your face as he stretched out. When you moved away, you groaned a little at the pain in your shoulder from having to sleep on the hard ground. It definitely wasn't as comfortable as your cozy bed, that's for sure. Cole wasn't feeling good, so I stayed with him. You mumbled and glanced at Cole. Oh, yeah. You mumbled and glanced at Cole, who rubbed his eyes sleepily. He didn't say anything. Still, you were glad he had decided to stay the night at the end. When you looked at Mom next, she was smiling at you both. Mom was standing in the doorway behind her, doing the same thing. Alright kids, we'll be downstairs making breakfast. Don't take too long coming down. She said something to Mommy on her way out of the... Slow down with your reading. slow down with your reading. Can't do that if there's a lot of slobber coming out. Because usually I don't read. Again, I don't talk that much. So now I got built up stuff. She said something to Mommy on her way out that made the two of you giggle. Did you sleep okay? You stood up and stretched your legs, watching Cole fumble with the bedside drawer and pull out his glasses. I think so. He had been able to relax, but it was just the two of you in the night. Now that a new day has come, he gave the impression of feeling out of place again. But the smile on his face had a gentle light. Thanks, Emma Teresa. You're welcome. Even if it couldn't be a perfect time, it was worth it. Cole didn't stay for breakfast. He really was ready to go at that point. Mommy called to make sure Mr. Halton was up before Cole went home. Nice. He gave you a small wave as he left, thanking your moms for letting him stay, before he disappeared through the front door. You smiled at the sight. Cole's very first sleepover had come to an end. And with that, I am glad I rewind, because that was unacceptable in my opinion. It was so unacceptable that I literally chose to get up and tell my moms. Because the thing is, I never had that experience like I just experienced it now, to just help somebody feel comfortable in my home. And honestly, I don't know if anybody else would have done the same thing, because again, I just had cousins, family members, and it was more of a free-for-all or you're on your own kind of thing. And yeah, I'm going to play some more right after this. So I'll see y'all in the next episode. See ya.